First of all, hope you guys enjoy this new layout. Basically, I found a writing paper template, so we can use that, and hopefully it makes my working out much more neater. Okay. Anyway, enjoy that. Alright, let's go over the problem from the last lesson. Number 4. Mike and Kenneth had 560 marbles. After Mike gave Kenneth 120 marbles, he still had 88 more marbles than Kenneth. How many marbles did Kenneth have at first? Alright. First of all, we know there are two people. Let's use blue. We know Mike and Kenneth had 560 marbles. Mike gave Kenneth 420 marbles, okay? But he still had 88 more marbles than Kenneth. And we need to find out how many marbles Kenneth had at first. Alright. Let's write Mike and Kenneth. We know that they had 560 marbles at first. Okay? Now it says here, let's draw a bar to represent Kenneth's marbles. Alright, it says after Mike gave Kenneth 120 marbles, he still had 88 more marbles than Kenneth. Alright, this bar here represents the unknown, okay? So we know this is a certain number of marbles, but we don't know how much. But we do know that Mike gave Kenneth 120 marbles, okay? So this is how many marbles Kenneth has. He has this much plus 120, okay? So for example, if Kenneth had 4 marbles here, altogether he would have 124 marbles, alright? Now let's do Mike. Now this also represents the unknown. Okay? But we do know that after Mike gave Kenneth 120 marbles, he still had 88 more marbles than Kenneth. So this is what it means. That means from here to here, Mike must have 120 marbles. And you might be thinking, why does Mike have 120 marbles here? Well, because in the problem it tells us, it says he still had 88 more marbles than Kenneth. So he had 120 here, plus an additional 88. Okay? Now if you look at this, however many marbles Mike has here, Kenneth will have the same. The only difference is Mike has 88 more. And if you go back and read the problem, it tells us that. Okay? Now it says Mike and Kenneth had 560 marbles, so I'm going to draw their total. And I'll write 560 here. So here is what we know. We know that Mike gave 120 marbles to Kenneth. So Kenneth has 120 extra, okay, plus this one. But we know from the problem that he still had 88 more marbles than Kenneth. So Mike has 120 marbles here. But because the problem tells us he has 88 more, then I drew an extra bar here and wrote 88. Okay? Now from here to here, this is 1 unit. Okay? And from here to here also. I don't think I can fit it, so I'll write it here. This is another unit. Okay? For us to find out how much each of them had in the beginning, all we need to do is subtract. Let me circle this in a different color. We need to subtract 560 from this, and this. And that will leave us with these 2 units by themselves. Okay, why is it 2 units? Well, 1 unit plus 1 unit is 2 units. Okay, let me change the color back to blue. So I'll write here 2 units is equal to. Now the reason why I said to add this would be, it would be much easier for us to add this all together first and then subtract from 560. Of course you could do 560 take away 88, take away 120, take away 120, but the problem with that is it would take much longer, okay? So let's find the total of this first. Of these three. 120 plus 120 plus 88. Alright. 0 plus 0 is 0, plus 8 is 8. 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 8 is 12. 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. So these three add up to 328. So in other words, 2 unit equals 560, which was the total. Take away 328, which is the total of these three added up together. Okay, I'm going to write it differently. Alright, there we go. Now the top is smaller than the bottom, so we need to borrow from the next number. Okay, so now this becomes 10. So 10 take away 8 is 2. 5 take away 2 is 3. And 5 take away 3 is 2. Alright. Now we know that 2 units equals 232. If you want to find out what 1 unit equals to, then all we do is we write this first. 1 unit equals to 2 divided by 232. Okay, 2 goes into 2 once, 2 goes into 3 once, plus there's a remainder 1, so that goes here, and 2 goes into 12 6. Now let's have a look. Let's go back to the question, see what the question is asking us. The question is, how many marbles did Kenneth have at first? If I circle this a different color, the bar that I circle in purple means how much Kenneth had at first. Because you need to remember, the reason why there's 120 here was because Mike gave it to him. Okay? So now we can answer our question because we found out what 1 unit equals to. In other words, this is 116 and this is 116. So, therefore, Kenneth had at first 116 marbles. And these 3 dots here mean therefore, okay? Because in maths we can use shortcuts to we can use symbols to represent words. So in other words, this means therefore. If you draw it like this means because. Okay, so don't go drawing these symbols in English, okay? Because these symbols are meant to be used for maths, okay? Now let's say, for example, the question was asking you how many marbles did Mike have in the beginning. Obviously, if we go back to the beginning, I forget that. I'm just confusing myself, but okay, hopefully you guys understood my working out, and when I look at it, it seems to be more clearer. Let me know what you think of the color blue, if it is hurting your eyes, but the way I see it, it's very clear. Okay? Now this is just a reminder. I know I've told you a few times already, but this will be the last time I tell you. When you're watching this video, when you go down, like, you should see something that looks like this. And these are for the general maths videos. In other words, I know I've been putting a few year 5 videos in this playlist, but it's only because I'm scared that some of you will miss it. What you need to do is click on show more. And then you will see a link that has year 5, year 6 and maths competition videos. Now these are called playlists. In other words, the videos that belong in year 5 maths, they all go in there. Okay, so that makes things nice and easy. And it also makes things nice and easy for me, so I know which videos I haven't made in a while. Okay, this will be the last video that I put in the general maths, so please click on the link and make sure you bookmark it. Okay, bookmark means to, if I go here, if you're using Firefox, normally you go here, okay, and then you click on bookmark this page. Okay, I don't use Internet Explorer, but there should be an option. If you can't do that, what you can do is, let's pretend this problem is the link. I would highlight this, right click, and go to copy. Now if you're using Microsoft Word, then obviously you can paste it into Microsoft Word. So you obviously go to a new document, that's no good. Alright, and then I would click paste. Okay, you didn't see paste there, but what I used was the control button, CTRL, plus the V button. Okay, so hopefully that helps you out. Alright, let's go over the problem for the next lesson. Alright. The question is, Siva and Ahmed saved $2,000. If Ahmed saved $436 more than Siva, how much did Siva save? This question is very similar to the ones we did before, okay? Okay? Have a nice day.